Hi, I'm Daryl.
And I'm Andrew.
And in this fifth video in our series, we're going to tell you about how we really quickly and easily build product to sell on the internet. Once we've actually chosen the topic and tested it to know that we've got a winner, that we've got something that's going to make heaps of money, we then go and we put the product together. Now, most people think that this is the hardest part of the whole thing, that writing a book needs to take 6 months of agonising, sitting there writing. But we actually have a number of ways that we build product really quickly and easily. Probably the simplest one, although it does cost a little bit of money, is to use Rent-A-Coder. Rent-A-Coder, rentacoder.com, is a place where you can go to source experts to write books for you. Now, we generally spend between $150 and $500 to get a book written, which is really ridiculously cheap when you think about how long it would take if you actually did it yourself.
That's exactly right. So understand that when we say book, that could be either that's a generic term that we use, and it could be a something that's written in text form. So something that's given to you in a Word document or a PDF file. The other thing that you can do though is have it in audio. Have the product built in an audio format, so something that's delivered to you in an MP3 file, or you could go for video as well, and you can get a product shot for you in video, and people on Rent-A-Coder can do that for you as well. Or the fourth thing you could do is actually get some software made for you. So the product can be either text, audio, video, or software, or it can be a combination of all four of those things. So you need to basically design your product around the needs and wants of your client, as we said in previous videos. So if you are going to get somebody else to do it on Rent-A-Coder, then that's a very easy way to do it, and you can have that. You can go get them to do it. But sometimes you might want to do the product yourself and make the product, or you might want to work with the Rent-A-Coder person to make the product as well. And so there's a number of easy ways that you can do that. I'm assuming that you know how to type, or you could get somebody to type for you, so I won't tell you how to use a keyboard or so on to type a letter, but sometimes people don't particularly like to type, and other times what they do is they're either slow at it or they're just not very good at it. So what you can do is actually record your voice, and you can get that recording of your voice, and that can be a product in itself, or you can give the recording to somebody on Rent-A-Coder to turn it into a transcript, or they can not just do it word for word on Rent-A-Coder, they can take the information on your recording, re-edit it, and develop a work for you out of that. So some easy ways that you can record your voice, and one of the easiest ways that I've found is if you go get a little digital dictaphone. Now this is just an example of one, and this one's an Olympus digital dictaphone. I think this model is WS300M. So I'm not sure exactly what that means, but if you go to ask for that, you'd probably get this particular one. However, dictaphones can range. A decent dictaphone can range from anything from $100 up to $500 or so, and generally the price difference is the amount of memory that it has. There's a couple of things if you're going to get a dictaphone that you need to actually look for. One is a mic input, so an external mic input, and an external earpiece input. I suggest you get those two things. Now the cool thing about this particular dictaphone is once you record onto the dictaphone and you finish the recording, so you can sit there and talk, and this records for hours. You can record the information. Then what you can do is you can actually pull the end off here, and it becomes exposes its USB interface. So you can get the dictaphone, stick that into the computer, and all of a sudden your recording that you did will go straight onto your hard drive on your computer. From that point there, you can either email it to somebody on Rent-A-Coder, or you can sit and work on it, add a bit of music to it if you want to, or edit it, take the good bits out or the bad bits in, put however you want to do it, and that will allow you to have a very good quality recording. Now, a little trick when you go to use dictaphones, the microphones that they have in it, see these little tiny microphones here, they're designed for just picking up voice, but maybe the quality isn't that great. So if we were just to sit here and have it in front of Daryl and I, and we were talking, Daryl, that would be rather tinny in its sound, so it wouldn't sound that great. So what I suggest you do is go and buy yourself a little lapel mic. This is one that's tied in a knot here, but but you can imagine that extends out, and like a lapel mic, it just clips onto your lapel, and you can sit there and talk into that. Now, the other reason that I asked for the external mic jack is for this very reason, because the mic actually clips into the dictaphone, like so, and you have dictaphone, lapel mic. This will give you a very, very good quality sound, and it will take out that tinniness that I talked about before, and it will sound, as far as just doing recordings for voices and interviews and so on, this will give you a great quality sound. If you have two people that you want to do, it's not just you want to interview. Say I was interviewing Daryl as an expert as a part of my product, you could get a splitter. These are around about $10 to $20 from electrical suppliers. You can stick that in there as well. You then get the lapel mic, stick it in there. You buy another lapel mic, and we'd have one lapel mic for the interviewer and one lapel mic for the interviewee. Hit record again, and all of a sudden you've got a great quality recording. Very simple method of getting good quality audio recordings as well. Now, if you have a digital video camera, just a consumer camera that most kids and parents have to shoot their kids, I should say, you can get one of those, and you can video your product, whatever the event is. It might be an interview, or it might be you talking, and so therefore you can get that video, you can give that to somebody in Rent-A-Coder, they can edit it for you, they can take the audio off it and turn it into an audio product, and they can take that audio and turn it into a text. So all of a sudden, by shooting a video, you have 3 different types of product.
Cool.
So last little thing I'll let you know about is, this is a cool one that most people don't understand. But if you have an iPod, a lot of people have iPods, you can go and get attachments which work as microphones for iPods, and you can stick those into the bottom of the iPod, like so, and then all of a sudden the iPod becomes a digital recording device for you. You can sit there, talk into the microphone, and it does the same thing as the dictaphone does for you as well. So that's a number of ways of being able to make product in a simple and easy fashion.
Fantastic, well done. Another way that we get products written is by having experts contribute. A really easy way to do that is to call up an expert and actually interview them. The way that we get experts to contribute is we normally identify them by doing some research online, and then we might send them an email or give them a call and just say, hi, I'm Daryl, I'm in the process of writing a book about whatever the topic area is. I've done some research and I've noticed that you are one of the leading experts in this area. I'd love to interview you because I think that your contribution would really be fantastic in our book. Is that okay, and when can we talk? By using that process, we have interviewed plenty of experts. They've all given us fantastic information to put in our products, and almost none of them ask to be paid. In fact, most of them really, I think, like the idea that we've actually asked them to contribute. And if they're smart marketers, then they also know that by appearing in one of our products and one of our books or audio sets, then they're actually promoting their business too, because one of the things that we do encourage them to do is to give links back to their website and so on. So it's a great way to get really good quality information from world-leading experts to include in your products.